entertainment and carnival action. If you long for the fun and sun of the Caribbean, download our app now to watch One Caribbean Television on the go, live or on demand.
Scott Minshaw reports at 6 at 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, a vote could save a life. That's the message from first responders in Schoolcraft County about why an upcoming millage request could be a life or death situation. Plus, the VA Medical Center in Iron Mountain is set to be one of the first in the country to provide specialized services for Native American veterans. We'll explain. And what hundreds of educators from around the state were learning about at the Fall Educators Conference in Marquette today. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
As we continue into tonight, we are expecting a northwest wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour, decreasing as we head for the overnight, but it will be advecting or kind of pushing some of that cooler Canadian air into the region. Still cloudy, low temperature right near 38, 40 degrees for the city itself. Our night planner mostly cloudy, turning to partly cloudy and kind of remaining like that here throughout the majority of the night. That northwest wind gradually becoming more westerly and decreasing in magnitude. All of a full forecast update coming up right after the break.
Thank you very much, AJ. Developing now, the future of emergency medical services in Schoolcraft County will be in the hands of voters next month. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons explains how a millage request would help fund EMS.
Your vote can save a life. The message Schoolcraft County officials are spreading ahead of the November 7th election, as the area's EMS system faces the threat of having to shut down.
The city of Manistee was notified January 5th by the Department of Treasury to submit on behalf of the ambulance EMS fund a corrective action plan and a deficit elimination plan. The fund is not self-supporting right now.
The budget that runs the ambulance service here, it's an enterprise budget, which means there's no tax dollars that actually go into the function or operations of the EMS division. It's all derived from medical billing.
To combat the deficit, Manistee Public Safety is asking voters to support a 5-year millage, run through and collected by the county, then distributed to the city. It would be the first time in Schoolcraft County's history that emergency medical services would be funded by taxpayer money.
2.25 mils is based off your taxable value. If you have a $50,000 taxable value, it's going to be $112.50 a year. The millage will be for replacement of the ambulances and operations.
If the millage does not pass in November, it would appear on the ballot again next spring. If it fails both times, Manistee Public Safety will be legally required to shut down EMS operations at the end of June 2024, leaving approximately 8,000 people without life-saving care.
About 98% of the county is what we service. There is a basic life support in a township bordering ourselves, but they are strictly volunteers. So during most of the working hours, they struggle to even pull a crew. So we're covering that area also.
Officials say if voters don't support the millage proposal, it will truly mean the difference between life and death.
If we don't exist, there'll be nobody to answer these calls, which means someone will lose their life.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Manistee.
Schoolcraft County residents are invited to a public forum on October 18th and on the 24th to learn more about the millage from healthcare professionals and first responders. For times and locations, just head on over to WZMQ19.com. In Lansing, some solar energy experts say the UP is a prime location for solar projects, while UP lawmakers say they're concerned the UP doesn't have the infrastructure to meet Democrats' energy goal of 60% renewables by 2030. Energy experts say the UP is a better place for solar energy than most realize. Engineering professors at Michigan State University say though the short daylight hours in winter means solar power may only be used supplementally, it could still help lower energy costs.
You need to have the transmission and the grid being established, so it's a bit harder in the UP because there's already a lot of stress or what you can transmit on the existing system is lower.
Tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll have more from solar experts about how solar power could help lower energy costs across the UP. The Oscar G. Johnson VA Medical Center will soon be the first VA hospital in the country to add a unique position aimed at expanding patient access for Native American veterans. The 5-year-old pilot program started with the help of the Office of Rural Health and the Suicide Prevention Coordinator to prevent suicide among Native American veterans. In 2021, the program expanded to include outreach to tribal communities aimed at improving access to care. Now the program is adding a navigator.
Will be the hiring of a Native American veteran who will do exactly what the title says, which is navigate our Native veterans through our hospital, through our services, and make sure that they are put in touch and coordinated with any services they might need from us.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, hear more about the program and how the team plans to celebrate November's Native American Heritage Month. As the fall school semester continues, educators are learning more about their classrooms and how to better elevate student success. Marquette Algerisa hosted the Fall Educators Conference at Northern Michigan University today. WZMQ's Mitchell Rife shares what teachers learned.
Over 600 educators from around the state of Michigan were taking part in the Fall Education Conference today.
Teachers are going to have an opportunity to work with curriculum. They're going to have an opportunity to work with teacher clarity to learn about the effective ways to teach and educate our students.
The multi-tiered learning system of support is a relatively newer program aimed at helping the whole student academically and emotionally. The director of MTSS, John Young, says conferences like this are serving to promote those aspects of education.
So the work that we're doing in this conference is establishing that foundation so that we can really do great tier one, which would be the entry level, the first level that students experience, that classroom experience.
Teachers then split into groups of 3 workshop sessions discussing teacher leadership and how to adapt their educational approach to better suit the classroom.
I feel like it's really good to be able to bounce ideas off of a lot of different people in different levels of their career. It's interesting to hear what each person has to say about the best way to reach their students and what kind of students they have.
Teachers say that although discussion is important, sitting down with each student and individualizing their experience in school can be the best way to bring them success.
It depends on the kids in my class. I have different levels of students in each of my classes, so every class looks a little bit different, but really I feel like it's all about reaching the kids where they are and then teaching them the content as we go.
I think right now in our culture it's one of the most important jobs. I think it starts with you. It starts with the person. You have to personally grow in order to grow others.
Mitchell Rife, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus life in the 906. Jim Koski is here with a clever idea for boosting the UP's economy. And later, the surprise award for a Marquette County woman dedicated to helping other women and girls achieve their leadership goals. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Since the 15th century, Antwerp, Belgium has been the city for diamonds. Erickson Jewelers is going overseas to this diamond capital soon to handpick directly from a sparkling selection unlike any in the world. Tell us what you're looking for and we'll use our connections to personally find it in Antwerp's famous diamond district. This is a special opportunity that allows us to negotiate the best options and value for you. Find out how Erickson Jewelers can bring home your one-of-a-kind Antwerp diamond.
Some seem to think that quality is a thing of the past. At Simple Treasures in Iron Mountain, you'll find they carry respected name brands like Uttermost Home Decor, Carroll Fabrics, and Custom Draperies. And for the perfect gift, they carry Pendleton hats, shirts, and sweaters for men and women, as well as a beautiful assortment of Pendleton blankets. Discover your Simple Treasure today. Visit Simple Treasures of Iron Mountain for home decor, gifts, and draperies, 426 South Stevenson Avenue.
Tonight, as Israel gets closer to a ground invasion, what urban warfare against Hamas could look like, plus new efforts to get aid to civilians trapped in Gaza. And the fatal stabbing of a Muslim boy in Chicago is under investigation as a hate crime on the CBS Evening News.
Pictionary.
Jump rope.
Jump rope is correct! 1, 2, 3, every weekday. Weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Can't rule out a couple of sprinkles as we continue into tonight. You can see that with first warning weather feature cast, that northerly wind blowing right off the lake, eventually switching more northwest. We'll be seeing a little bit of some green showing up, but as we head for our afternoon hours of tomorrow, actually a little bit of clearing expected, especially further off to the west. Ironwood, Iron River, all looking pretty good here. Houghton clearing out as well. 8 a.m. Wednesday, we're starting off our day dry here for the middle of the week, but notice the rain showers. Eagle River already starting to work into the region from the west. Those overspread the region as we head for our Wednesday evening time frame, and then likely we'll be seeing a persistent rain as we continue into the at least first half of our Thursday. You can see that moisture surging in from the south. That's Escanaba, Menominee. We'll be seeing some heavier rain showers for our Wednesday night, likely more region-wide as well. Heading for 6 p.m., the rain showers still off to the west, but as we head for our time frame heading into Thursday, we'll be starting to pick up some of that rainfall, likely seeing a pretty good clip of it as we continue into our Thursday daytime. You see 7 a.m., the center of low pressure down 2 hours south. Could be entering that dry slot, but the showers will be filling back in at some rate. Then as we head into Friday, looking like a little bit of a respite in between kind of the showers and our secondary storm system. Now it's going to swing through as we continue into our Saturday time frame. You can see we're expecting some of that rain to be persistent, relatively on the moderate to steady side too as we head for our Saturday time frame. So you got those weekend activities looking like you might need to prepare for a little bit of rain out there as we head towards our Sunday. The primary moisture moves on out of here as the low pressure system slides further eastward, but we get a northerly wind on the backside, and that will provide more in the way of those lake effect rain showers, especially for lakeshore communities right along the Superior coastline. Gust outlook moving forward, not expecting a whole lot of wind over the course of these next 48 hours or so. You can see a little bit more of a southerly wind developing heading into Wednesday, maybe some gusts upwards of 20 miles per hour for our Wednesday evening. Our zone outlook for tonight, expecting those temperatures to be dipping on down into the 30s. We're at 38, 40 degrees for Marquette itself. Houghton at 41, Eagle Harbor 44, Iron Mountain 38, Escanaba 38, Sault Ste. Marie at 36 degrees. We're expecting more in the way of those cooler temperatures. Over the course of these next few days, we'll be seeing more in the way of those temperatures sitting into the 50s. You can see 50 degrees for our daytime here for Tuesday. Partly cloudy sky, decent sunshine, especially later on in the day. The clouds fill back in Wednesday. We're dry throughout the majority of the day, but the showers arrive by the time we get towards our Wednesday evening and then kind of spill into our daytime Thursday. You can see those temperatures a little bit cooler on the backside here too, only in the middle 50s for Thursday. Upper 40s heading into Friday. It's your weekend forecast, but we do see some rain showers more likely for our Saturday, but even then a little bit of that lake effect precipitation not out of the question Sunday, still giving that a 20% chance of a passing shower. Partly cloudy skies to start off next week. High temperature near 58 degrees.
Thanks, AJ. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're getting all the details on a fun community-wide competition through the Peter White Public Library that will get us all into the holiday spirit. That's after this break.
Transform your home with a new garage door from Ideal Door at Menards. We have more than 1,000 different style and color options to choose from, and a wide variety in stock today. Get this 9x7 steel-backed insulated garage door for only $499.99 after rebate. Complete your project with a Chamberlain garage door opener. This belt drive model is ultra quiet and comes with built-in Wi-Fi, allowing you to control your garage door from anywhere. Get it today for $169.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. United, everybody's invited. We are united, everybody. Come on, come on.
The United Way of Marquette County, kicking off its 80th year. United Way volunteers support our community, and you can help the United Way assist 26 local programs, funding nonprofit organizations focused on safety, unity, and endowment. Donate today by visiting uwmqt.org. A public service message from the United Way and WZMQ 19.
I'm Lily Simmons. Watch my reports from Escanaba and Delta County only on WZMQ 19 News.
Come on down to Outdoor Man. When do I get to shoot the crossbows?
We're breaking the rules.
So you're 13. I don't even think it's legal. So we should do it after lunch.
Our camping department is intense.
Set it up in 30 seconds flat. And take it down even faster.
And we're always family friendly.
He's adorable. Listen, we found a bear cub in here.
Been nice knowing you, Baxter.
Outdoor Man is open for business on Last Man Standing.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12?
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
1 Adam 12, roger.
That's right. There's only one Adam 12.
I'll remember that.
5 days a week.
Adam 12, weekdays at 5 on MeTV 19.1. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
The Peter White Public Library in Marquette is getting us all into the holiday spirit already, and you are needed to help pick the best holiday movie out there. This contest is called the Merry Movie Mayhem. Joining us tonight is the library's Teen Services Coordinator, Amanda Pierce. Thanks for coming in, Amanda.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about what the Merry Movie Mayhem is all about.
We're going to do a bracket style voting competition to have the community pick our holiday movie we'll be watching in December, along with some movie trivia.
Awesome. Okay, so when does this start then? If we're voting for something in December, is this going on right now?
It starts November 1st, and we're going to have 4 days of voting for each tier. So we started out with 16 movies, then we'll go to 8, 4, 2, and then obviously the winner.
Awesome.
So,
give us a sample of the movies here. We have had a lively debate in here already.
So of course, like Elf, Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, the Jim Carrey, The Grinch, which is my personal favorite of The Grinch, Die Hard, which I don't think is a Christmas movie, but everybody else does. But yeah, so we've already picked the random draws. One of my coworkers, Ben, he pulled them literally out of a hat, and he did the matchups that way, so it's a complete 100% draw. Everything's ready to go, and we're going to have voting both on our social media and in person at the library. We'll have a big old bracket board up for everybody to come in and cast their vote for each level of bracket voting. Yeah.
All right, so can you tell us some of the matchups already, or do you want to keep them a secret?
I think I want to keep them a secret. I think it'll be really fun for people to come in that first day and be like, no! Because like there is a couple matchups that I will say I am upset about personally.
It could be controversial,
it could
you
be.
guys. I mean, so many Christmas movies, holiday movies are so beloved, and how do you pick any of them?
It was so hard. And like I said, we eliminated anything under an hour. Everything was featured films, so which took out a lot of like the smaller ones, like the
like Rankin Bass and Frosty the Snowman, those kinds of
We
ones.
are going to show the 1960s Grinch cartoon as a teaser as people are coming in, and we're going to have trivia at 5:30. I'm working on that right now, and then the movie will start at 6 p.m. and we'll have popcorn, and we encourage people to come and wear their best Christmas sweater like I am today, which is really weird before Halloween even.
That is the Halloween costume.
Yeah, it is a Halloween costume. But yeah, so it's going to be a really good time. And it's just a way to get the community involved, bring people into the library, and then let the teens and the adults in the community have a voice in what we're going to watch.
Yeah. All right, so let's go over how to vote and when the voting takes place.
So voting will begin November 1st. We're going to have some stuff come out here in a little bit, probably in the next couple of weeks. And it'll be on our stories, on our Instagram, and our Facebook.
Okay.
And then you can also just come into the library, and we will have voting in person with little boxes, and you just put a little slip of paper in which box you like, and we'll have it totaled up and tallied, and then we'll go down to the final 8 and then the final 4, and then
we'll duke it out from
there.
Duke
it out. We're all taking should we place bets on which movie's going to take it all? Because we're all thinking which one's going to do it.
Right, it's like we all have that one in our mind that we think should be number one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's when the voting is, and then what date was the movie going to be shown?
We're going to do this on December 11th. It's a Monday evening.
Gotcha. Okay. For people who just want more information about not only how to participate in this, but all of the different teen services that are going on throughout the holiday season, where can they find that?
You can just visit our Peter White page, pwpl.info/events, and we have all of our events on there.
Awesome. Yeah. Amanda, I'm excited for this one. This is going to be a really good one.
It's going to be so much fun, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. Amanda, thank you so much for sharing. Still ahead tonight, Life in the 906. Jim Koski has a unique idea that might boost the economy up here by putting the UP in the spotlight. And later, a recap of this weekend's Lake Superior Performance Rally and the thousands that came out to watch the cars rip and drip through the UP backwoods. But first, here's your Yoopers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. We are highlighting the Fresh Coast Film Festival in Marquette this week. That takes place all throughout this weekend in various venues around Marquette. Some tech-minded volunteers are needed to help set up audiovisual equipment in Lower Harbor Park this Thursday from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Please register for this one by Wednesday. To sign up to be a volunteer for Fresh Coast Film Festival or to check out other volunteer opportunities, just head on over to youpersunited.com.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, our new reporting that President Biden is considering a visit to Israel as U.S. troops are put on heightened alert to be ready to deploy to the region. A look tonight at Israel's massive military buildup ahead of an expected ground invasion. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
There's something that we have never done before.
Here we go. Let's get into it.
Go!
Oh my God!
I don't know if I've ever seen this much energy.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
There's nothing like the feeling you get being outdoors. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo has everything you need to be ready. The expo returns to the UP State Fairgrounds Ruth Butler Building. Inside, discover great sponsors with everything from bait to rods and reels. Mark it down now on your calendar, November 3rd through the 5th at the UP State Fairgrounds. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo, brought to you by the Daily Press and WZMQ 19 News.
Cars will break down, and when they do, it's too late. If your car's out of warranty, it leaves you with two choices: get stuck paying for expensive repairs, or one phone call to CarShield. Their administrators pay for your covered repairs so you don't have to. Your coverage includes roadside assistance, towing, rental, and so much more. Plus, with their nationwide network, you choose the mechanic or dealer. Best of all, there's coverage for every wallet size. Make the smart call before it's too late. Call CarShield today.
Come on down to Outdoor Man.
When do I get to shoot the crossbows?
We're breaking the rules.
So you're 13, I don't even think it's legal. So we should do it after lunch.
Outdoor Man is open for business on Last Man Standing.
Let's chat about our life in the 906. Jim, you've been devoting a lot of thought to economic diversity in the UP, and you say you've come up with a pretty unique idea for us.
Well, Sarah, I'd like to think I have. You know, everyone's always looking for a way to diversify the UP's economy, to branch out from the tourism and the mining that defines us today. Most people would think of ideas like high-tech or logistical firms, but I'd like to propose an idea. Now, it's kind of out there, so bear with me, but I think it could be really big. Hallmark movies. Yeah, I know, but hear me out. What's the plot of every single Hallmark Channel movie? A city girl or guy goes to a quirky small town and falls in love. And what do we have an abundance of here in the UP? Quirky small towns. Now, in case either you or the executives at the Hallmark Channel aren't yet convinced, here are a couple of movie plots that you could shoot in the UP. Like Trinary Toast, where the fate of a historic school rests on an outhouse race between a local teacher and someone who races them professionally. Or how about Love Letters, in which a linguistic researcher looking for linguistic quirks visits the UP and realizes that the missing R in Ishpeming stands for romance. Of course, you'd also have to have Hallmark Christmas movies, so how about Santa on the Scenic Stretch, where a young woman from the city gets stuck in a snowstorm and is rescued by a guy from Shingleton who just happens to have a beard and 8 reindeer. Or This Is Home for the holidays, in which a young news anchor from Indiana heads to the UP to start up an award-winning TV newscast and ends up with the love of her life. Although, you know, that one might just not be realistic enough. Anyway, those are just the tip of the icebergs. Possible titles just boggle the mind. A Night in Paradise, Kisses from Kingsford, New Year, Newberry, and the inevitable Christmas in Christmas. So the next time the topic of economic diversification comes up, high-tech or manufacturing companies are all well and fine and would be welcome. But the one other concept that's a natural fit? Hallmark movies. Just think about it. I'm Jim Koski, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
You know, Jim, we have a lot of filmmakers that are going to be up here this weekend that I think you could pitch your ideas to.
I'd certainly like to think so, because I have a whole bunch of other ones like, Paradise by the Paulding Light, or Bars of Iron, or Love in Lawns, or, well, you get the idea.
I would watch every single one of those. Thank you very much for that splendid idea, Jim. Loud cars, large crowds, and rally racing took over Marquette Mountain this weekend for the annual Lake Superior Performance Rally. WZMQ's Scott Minshaw has more on what there was to see at the races.
Over 80 cars coming from all across the Midwest hit the trails this weekend to compete in the Lake Superior Performance Rally. The race is part of the American Racing Association's National Championship Series.
They call it the oldest, toughest rally, and it's for sure tough.
With drivers hitting speeds as fast as over 100 miles per hour, you might assume that most of them are full-time professionals. But for a majority of the competitors, rally car racing is something that's done outside of their 9-to-5 jobs.
I've always enjoyed driving my entire life, and now I get to legally drive as fast as I want to.
The cars aren't cheap. Most teams spend nearly $30,000 to get a vehicle ready to race. And throughout the course of competition, crashes and malfunctions can lead to additional costs.
A month and a half ago in Felch, Michigan, it was NASA Cup Iron Mule. Blew our engine on the first stage, and then had to quickly get a new engine in and prep for this event, because this is the entire event that we built the car for.
While it may seem it just takes a driver to compete, each car has 2 team members inside and a support staff to keep the car operational. Ryan George and Heather Stieber are a husband and wife team. Ryan serves as the driver and Heather is the navigator.
So I tell him what turns are coming up and hopefully keep him on the road. And then I'm also kind of his wife babysitter to make sure he goes where he should be.
The race drew thousands to Marquette Mountain and allowed spectators to get a close-up view of the excitement that is rally car racing. Scott Minshaw, WZMQ 19 News, Marquette.
We have one more check on your weather forecast after this break.
All-wheel drive season is coming. Changes, weather, road conditions. What doesn't change? Toyota's commitment to giving you the freedom to explore. With more all-wheel drive choices, like the family-size Highlander, the most dependable SUV in its class. Now get a new Highlander with low 3.99 APR financing, or 4.99 on an electrified Highlander hybrid, plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. Change is coming. Stay ahead with Highlander. Toyota. Let's go places.
Someday your son's gonna test you. It's gonna force you to make a decision.
A man must stand with his people. Now we are not your people.
There is nothing you could do I won't forgive you for.
Yeah, there is.
Yellowstone, Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
Brought to you locally by Erickson Jewelers.
Some seem to think that quality is a thing of the past. At Simple Treasures in Iron Mountain, you'll find they carry respected name brands like Uttermost Home Decor, Carroll Fabrics, and Custom Draperies. And for the perfect gift, they carry Pendleton hats, shirts, and sweaters for men and women, as well as a beautiful assortment of Pendleton blankets. Discover your Simple Treasure today. Visit Simple Treasures of Iron Mountain for home decor, gifts, and draperies. 426 South Stevenson Avenue.
New tonight. Can you handle the pressure playing this game?
Are you ready to win some money? If you have the luck and the guts, you will win $1 million. Remember, one of you will leave here with absolutely nothing.
It all comes down to the wire.
Let's play Loteria!
Loteria Loca. Don't miss an exciting new episode tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Mainly cloudy skies this evening, transitioning to more partly cloudy for the overnight. Temperatures upper 40s, dipping down into the upper 30s by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. Could see a couple of drops out there, but the rain chances remaining on the lower side. Right to our 7-day forecast as we continue into the week. Expecting showers later Wednesday into Thursday. Staying dry Friday. More showers arrive for the weekend. Temperatures do look to be on the uptrend though. Sunday and Monday closer to that 60-degree mark.
Finally tonight, an award ceremony celebrating women in the workplace. The West End Health Foundation's Evergreen Awards awarded individuals for their continued support for mentoring women and children. And the 2023 recipient was shocked to find out she was being honored.
Always thought, like, that's amazing, these women are amazing, but I'm like, that's not me. Like, I mean, I do what I can, but I don't do it thinking I'm ever gonna be like a recipient of this.
Congrats to all the honorees. We'll see you back here tonight at 11.